Prologue. Friends and brothers, 30 millions, today must my voice be heard. May the waves of the lake of the heavens, rising like rampant white tigers up to the clouds of the sky, fill my heart with their cold flooding waters. It is seared by the withering blasts which have raged in ages past in Korea, this land of mine. I take in hand my trusty brush, a poet untried and unknown. In days of freedom, this is my weapon, the bayonet with which I thrust. Today must my voice be heard. The rocky cliffs thrust up into the sky, steep and fearful, upward soaring, their naked peaks ineffably high, far beyond the mists of morning. But we will launch the ship of memory against the rushing tide of time, back to those terrible years when the warriors of our nation made the steep and fearful climb and lit upon those soaring peaks the beacon of our liberation. Those who fought against Japan gave Korea back its freedom. They passed across the broad river Tuman. They passed across the peaks of Changbari, where in every mountain valley lie the marks of recent battle. And now I, a free Korean, ascend quite freely to the peak. My homeland is laid out before me from a height of 3,000 ri. O ancient ancestral land, O lifeblood of my people running for over 50 centuries through our homeland's veins. We recall how you were spilt by the knives of the Japanese. We recall warriors in their thousands sleeping on the fallen leaves in the dark of Paektu forest, entering the land of death like the door of their father's house. Speak, grey-headed Paektu, who in this free land is the champion of the people, who their general in the battle? Atop the mountain stands a tiger, like a statue, calm and still. The Paektu tiger of the legend, with one mighty paw outstretched, gazing southward down the hill. The gorge shakes to his fearsome roaring, threatening vengeance to the foe. In one bound, swift as the wind, he has vanished in the mist, and left the wind alone and sighing to swirl and play among the cliffs. Recovering my startled wits, I hearken to the whistling wind, and I seem to hear once more the echo of that terrible roar. I stand here high upon the cliff. Perhaps this is the very spot where our partisans crushed our foes and fulfilled their wrathful oaths, as deadly as the swords of battle. Perhaps this is where our bold warriors raised aloft our freedom banner. O lofty and unknown cliff on the ancient ridge of Changbari, whose age-old branching roots are entwined with the roots of my heart. I follow the old battle traces, collecting my thoughts as I go. Though surely they are unworthy of the heroes who battled here, still I wish, fellow citizens, brothers, though my voice be uncertain and weak, to sing with my heart and my soul of our people's heroic deeds. Chapter 1. 1. Hills and mountains, hills and cliffs, stretch unending out of sight. Pass one valley on your way, and another lies before you. Passing along the mountain track, you will see outstretched above you spreading branches of ancient oaks woven with the cedar's branches. The valley climbs the mountain slowly, feebly descends the other side, like a man by work exhausted. Many hundreds of ri beyond lies the thick snow-sprinkled forest. Even the wild beast comes not here, and no bird will fly this way to Changbai Ridge's lofty lair. The howling blizzard heaps up drifts, but between among the bare cliffs, the eye discerns a solitary track, leading ever up and north, but who can have passed this way? Perhaps some hunter gone astray, trusting fate to wind and snow? But why should he northward go, to where ancient snow-haired Paektu ever stands on menacing guard, with his tumbling avalanches and his icy blizzard breath? 2. Look more closely at this track. These are not lost and wandering steps. People passed here in the night, bearing arms in robes of white. They were 100 strong and more, but they left a single track as they passed on to the north amidst the vast and snowy wastes. And now look, the Japanese pass by, floundering as they go. Dogs lead the detachment on. Bayonets on guns gleam brightly. The officers' glasses catch the sun. "There are only one man's tracks," says the officer, astonished. "Where are all the other devils?" But his thoughts are left unspoken, the icy silence rudely broken, and the glasses tumble down, with no time to glance around in the direction of the shot. 3. Then the air is ripped and torn by the roar of a machine gun, and the crackling rifle fire fills the icy Hongsan Valley with a ringing triple echo. Forward! Forward! And the white-robed running figures hurtle down the cliffy slope like an avalanche of stones upon the Japanese. And there was the iron clashing of weapons wielded hand to hand. Bayonets were brightly glinting like swift bolts of steel-blue lightning. "Comrades, let not one Japanese be left alive by us today." 4. Thus spoke the partisan commander, a youth. He ran aloft a hill, his robes extended like white wings up into the heavens soaring, and his glance, a saber blade, transfixed the field of battle. "Comrades, let not one Japanese be left alive by us today." The saber glinted in his hand, and 2 Japanese with rifles, who had still thought to resist, lay stretched out upon the snow. Who is he, this youthful leader of victorious partisan struggle, at whose name the Japanese waxing pale begin to tremble? Among the people it is said Kim Il-sung is lord of the mountains, that they obey his every wish, that he can join the peaks of Paektu and then sunder them again, that like unto a mountain eagle he can soar from peak to peak. A star is shining in the north, flooding with its brilliant light the steep banks of the Amnok River. Among the people it is said that on the distant peaks of Paektu dwells the mighty hero Kim with a band of fearless warriors. 5. The battle runs its bloody course. The partisans, the forest warriors, gather up their scattered weapons. Japanese dead lead the valley cut down by the sword of vengeance. And how many fled in terror, unmindful of their emperor's honor or the famous warrior code of the noble samurai. Not one was left to flee the scene of those who bore their weapons here, reports the partisan Chol-ho. Kim Il-sung laughs, but briefly. His laugh is like a peony blossom scattering petals on the snow. 6. The blizzard howls. The world is painted white, valleys and peaks, and sky and earth, and cedars bear their load of snow like blossom on the apple trees of spring. Beneath the cedars tents are set, and sweet smoke rises from a fire, and the partisans sleep sweetly. In our tent alone till dawn, a field lamp burns and splutters feebly. When the dawn is palely trembling from the tent of Kim Il-sung, Chol-ho, political worker, sets out on his journey. Though the blizzard rage unceasing, though the earth be frozen hard as oak, still his warrior's heart glows warmly in the memory of the handshake and the parting words of Kim Il-sung. Take good care, eternal friend Chol-ho. 7. The blizzard howls in the mountain valleys, rushing through ravines and groves, seeking someone but not finding, wailing loud in sorrow and in woe. Or it roars in spite like some wild beast, and hurls itself against the cliffy walls, and flies across the mountain crests, rushing madly to the southeast, to where the ice has bound the Amnok's flow. Blizzard, blizzard, do you know that with you on the mountain peaks travels partisan Chol-ho, journeying beyond the Amnok River to set foot on his native land once more? Blizzard, blizzard, you're also from Changbai. You must help the partisan. Chol-ho's road is hard and long, to southeast, to Sungjin and Hamhung, past the military border town that lies along his way. Blizzard, blizzard, helpmate to the partisan, cover Chol-ho with your snowy blasts, hide him from rapacious alien eyes, so that he may cross the Amnok River and reach his sacred native land once more.